Good Sunday morning. I'm Jordyn. This morning's top stories are just seconds away, but first, WSFA First Alert meteorologist at least 11 people are dead and several others injured after a gunman opened fire in a Pittsburgh synagogue. Across the country, police are guarding Jewish congregations out of an abundance of caution. Chris Pallone has the latest on this investigation and more about the man accused of carrying out this deadly attack.
It was around 10 Saturday morning. A man walked into Pittsburgh's Tree of Life synagogue and started shooting.
The complainant says they have an active shooter in the building. A second call says they are being attacked.
It happened in the city's Squirrel Hill neighborhood. When it was over, 11 people, all adults, lay dead. 6 others were injured, including 3 police officers who were shot but are expected to survive.
This is the most horrific crime scene I've seen in 22 years with the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
As gunshots echoed through the area, police warned stunned neighbors to stay inside.
We looked out the window and we saw that
we saw this was happening. We saw people running around with rifles. I mean, SWAT teams with rifles, like people running by our house.
The suspected gunman eventually surrendered.
So at this time, the suspect in the shooting is in custody.
Federal sources identify him as 46-year-old Robert Bowers. They say he was armed with an AR-15 style rifle and handguns. Social media posts believed to be made by Bowers were filled with anti-Semitic hate speech. President Trump suggested armed guards could have lessened or prevented the attack and later condemned racial and religious prejudice.
The vile, hate-filled poison of anti-Semitism must be condemned and confronted everywhere and anywhere it appears.
Bowers is expected to face federal hate crime charges. Chris Pallone, NBC News.
Pennsylvania's governor has ordered state flags to be flown at half-staff to honor the victims of the shooting. Several vigils and memorial services are planned in the coming days. It's flu season and people are preparing by getting their yearly flu shots. Health Services Incorporated wants to help you protect yourself and protect others by making sure you're prepared for flu season. The flu shot is designed yearly to protect against the highest risk and actively circulating strains of influenza. HSI held a flu clinic at 2 Montgomery locations to help make sure that people are prepared for flu season.
It's recommended to get a flu vaccine every year during the flu season for 2 reasons. First of all, if a person's immune response from the vaccination declines over time, and to get optimal protection, it's recommended to get the vaccine every year. And the second is the flu viruses are changing constantly. So the flu vaccine is reviewed and updated every year according to the viruses.
Officials say that they plan on having more flu vaccine clinics throughout the flu season. Pounds of unused drugs were discarded as a part of National Drug Take-Back Day. Montgomery's Drug Enforcement Administration collected donations from people yesterday who had cleaned their medicine cabinets of pills they no longer needed. This is the second time this year that the DEA has hosted this event, and it's for a good reason. Officials say 166 people die every day due to opioid abuse. And with events like this, the DEA hopes to prevent that from happening. We have a sad follow-up on a story we first brought to you earlier this month. Kathy Prescott has died at her Tallapoosa County home after a long battle with cancer. Prescott worked for 25 years as a bookkeeper at Reeltown Schools. You may recall around 300 people from the community held a candlelight walk in her front yard while Prescott watched from her front porch. Prescott told reporter Brian Henry at the time she just tried to live life to the fullest and treated people the way she wanted to be treated. Newly released video shows a school bus getting swept away by floodwaters in Texas. You can see there the driver trying to get through a flooded crossing after driving past a barricade. A 12-year-old student was on the bus. The bus floated down the creek, tipping side to side. Some trees eventually ended up stopping the bus. Emergency responders were able to rescue the driver and boy. The driver is charged with endangering a child and not obeying warning signs. The school district says the driver has been fired. Right now, dozens of University of Alabama students are spending their fall break helping with Hurricane Michael recovery efforts in the Florida Panhandle. The group of volunteers is part of the Center for Service and Leadership on the Tuscaloosa campus. The students are using the breaks during the academic year for community service projects. There is a new fun attraction in Montgomery. 2211 Ultimate Play Zone is now open with a brand new skating rink for you to enjoy. Supervisors say they wanted a space for the community to be able to come together and enjoy.
The youth need something to do. Roller skating is heart healthy. It burns more calories than riding a bicycle or doing aerobics. It is a sport. We're going to have roller derby is coming back. So it's all around a healthy event, a healthy sport for everyone to take part in, and everyone can take part in.
If you want to check it out, that skating rink is located on McGee Road. Yesterday morning at the Magic City Classic Parade, dozens of bands, dance teams, and guests braved chilly temperatures, taking to the streets of downtown Birmingham. This year's Grand Marshal was actor Don Cheadle. We'll have a recap of that game coming up in sports. A race around the city of Dothan yesterday for a great cause. The Dothan Education Foundation hosted their first Amazing fundraiser. The competition-style fundraiser modeled after the show The Amazing Race. Teams of two worked their way around the city, making stops at local businesses, completing challenges to earn clues to point them to their next stop.
We got a great mix of very competitive, fun people, and the day is great. The challenges are amazing. Our team that planned the challenges did such a great job of encompassing, all of the businesses that are supporting this today, and they're just really great, fun challenges.
The Dothan Education Foundation works with Dothan City Schools to help provide resources for teachers and students. As your Sunday morning gets underway, it's pretty chilly outside. WSFA First Alert meteorologist Lee Southwick is in with your forecast coming up next.
Chance for rain. Thursday has a 70% chance for rain. So Thursday is the day that you're going to need your umbrella on you. But right after that, then the good news is we're drying out and cooling off in time for next weekend, in time for football, and that is all that matters.
I know that a lot of people are looking forward to going out on Wednesday, so it's good that those rain chances are kind of dropping a little bit so people can enjoy their Halloween trick-or-treating.
Of course, and of course we here at WSFA First Alert Weather Center will continue to watch it very closely for you, so stay tuned and we'll give you all those updates. We'll do app videos and stuff like that too.
Thanks, Lee. The Alabama A&M Bulldogs waking up with a smile this morning. They topped rivals Alabama State University right after the break, the big moments from the game. Turning now to health news. Measuring blood pressure is one of the most common procedures performed at a doctor's office every day. But according to the American Heart Association, it's also one of the most common procedures to get wrong. Kim Hutcherson explains the importance of knowing your numbers and has 7 tips for an accurate reading in today's Health Minute. Coming up, we'll have another look at our 7-day forecast.